Good morning. Our next chapter is cube and cube roots. Right. So first we see what is the meaning of cube. Cube of a number can be written as, for a given number x, we define cube of a number x is equal to x multiplied by 3 times. Right. X into x into x. So when x is multiplied 3 times, it can be written in the form of power as x power 3. Similarly, this 2 power 3 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3, 2, because power is 3. So this number will be multiplied 3 times and it results in 8. Right. So the cube of 2 is 8. Similarly, 3 power 3 is equal to 3 into 3 into 3 is equal to 27. Therefore, the cube of 3 is 27. Now, next is perfect cube. A natural number is said to be a perfect cube if it is the cube of some natural number. Okay, any number which is a cube of some natural number is called a perfect cube, such as 1. 1 is cube of 1, so 1 is a perfect cube. Similarly, 8 is cube of 2. That is, if 2 is multiplied 3 times, it results in 8. So 8 can be called as perfect cube. Similarly, 27 can be called as a perfect cube because when we multiply 3 times, it results in 27. Similarly, we have 64, 125, etc. Right. So such type of numbers are called perfect cube. Okay, let's check out some examples. So that 189 is not a perfect cube. It means first we have to prime factorize this number 189. As you can see here, number is prime factorized and they have been written in the terms of the product of their prime factors. So 189 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 7. Here we see that 3 is in a group of 3. Right. 3 has been written as a product of triplets. Okay. But 7 is alone. So we can say that we find that one triplet is formed and we are left with one more factor, that is 7. Therefore 189 cannot be expressed as a product of triplets. If 7 was expressed in as the product of triplets, then it could have been easily called that it was a perfect cube. But 7 is not as a product of triplets, so this 189 is not a perfect cube. Right. Now next topic is cube of a negative integer. When we multiply a negative integer 3 times, the result will be negative only. As you can see, minus 1 power 3 can be written as minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, which results in minus 1. So the cube of negative integer is always negative and the cube of positive integer is always positive. Right. And one more important property is that the cube of every even number is even and the cube of every odd number is odd. So these two are very important properties related with the cube of a number. Now we'll see some questions from exercise 4A actually. First question is evaluate 8 power 3. Means we have to write this, we have to convert this given exponential number in the form of a whole number. Right. So 8 power 3 can be written as 8 into 8 into 8, which results in 512. Similarly, 60 power 3 can be written as 60 into 60 into 60, which results in 2,16,000. Right. Third one is 1.2 power 3, means we have to multiply 1.2 3 times. 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2. This results in, okay, this can easily be converted in the form of numerator and denominator. You know that decimal point can be converted in the form of denominator with 10. Since here all these numbers are having one decimal places, so they can be written in the form of fraction as 12 by 10, 12 by 10, 12 by 10. On simplifying both numerator and denominator, we get 216 by 125. The next question is, which of the following number are perfect cubes? In each of the perfect cube, find the number whose cube is the given number. Right. So to solve such type of questions, we factorize this number. We factorize the given number. The given number is 125. Now on factorizing this number using prime factorization, we have 125 is equal to 5 into 5 into 5. it means it can be written as 5 power 3, right? Therefore 125 is perfect cube and 5 is the number whose cube is 125, right? Second one is 3375. Similarly, we'll find out prime factors of this number 3375. So using prime factorization, we find that 3375 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 3. That again can be written as 5 power 3 into 3 power 3, which can be written as 5 into 3 power 3. Since both are having different base and equal power, so we can multiply the bases and keep the same power. You know the law of exponent. Okay, so this results in 15 power 3. Therefore 3375 is the perfect cube and 15 is the number whose cube is 3375. Question 3 says, which of the following are the cube of even numbers? Okay, so we have to find out prime factors and check whether the prime factors of this 216 can be represented as the cube of even number, right? So on factorizing this number, we have 216 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. That can be written as 2 power 3 into 3 power 3, which again can be written as 2 into 3 power 3, that is equal to 6 power 3. Okay, since 6 is an even number, therefore we can say that 216 is cube of an even number. Now fourth question says, to find the smallest number by which 1323 must be multiplied so that the product is a perfect cube. Okay, so first we start with prime factorization of this number 1323. On doing the prime factorization, we find that 13,023 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. Here we see that 3 is in a group of triplets, but 7 is not in a group of triplets. If we include 1 7, then it becomes a group of triplets, right? So this question is about multiplication of any unknown number in order to make it a perfect cube, right? So we see that if you include 1 7 here, it means if you multiply the given number with 1 7, then it actually results in a perfect cube. So clearly, to make it a perfect cube, it must be multiplied by 7. So 7 is our answer. Okay. Question 5 says, find the smallest number by which 8788 must be divided so that the quotient is a perfect cube. Steps are same. We first start with the prime factorization. The prime factorization of this number 8788 gives 2 into 2 into 13 into 13 into 13. In this case, we see that if we include 1 2 in this, it becomes a group of triplets. Okay, so clearly to make it a perfect cube, it must be, sorry, this question is about division, right? It means we have to remove this one in order to make it a perfect cube, right? This is about division, it is not about multiplication. If it was about multiplication, we could have multiplied it by 2, but since this is about division, we have to remove this 2 into 2 from the given number, right, in order to make it a perfect cube. So clearly to make it a perfect cube, it must be divided by 2 into 2, that is 4. Now the next topic is about finding the cube of a 2-digit number using a shortcut method, right? So this is the shortcut method. A plus b power 3 or a plus b whole cube can be written as a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So in this we have to write, we have to make 4 columns according to the given terms: a cube, 3a square b, 3ab square and b cube. As you can see, these are 4 columns, right? Okay, and the 2-digit number can be represented by a and b. So let's take an example. We have to find the value of 29 power 3 using a shortcut method. Now in this 29, a can be taken as 2 and b can be taken as 9, right? We start with b cube. First column will represent a cube, second will represent 3a square b, third will represent 3ab square, and fourth one will represent b cube, right? So first we'll have to find the value of b cube. That is, the value of b cube is 729. Now in this 729, we have to mark this units place, okay, and left places will be added. They will be carried over to the next number and add it there, right? Next number is 3a square b. So we have to find the value of 3a square and b, right? So that results in 486. In 486 we will be adding this 72, which has been carried over from the right column, right? On adding this we have 558. Now in this 558 we have to mark this unit place as an answer, and this 55 will be carried over to the next left number on the left side and added there. Okay, the number on the left side is found out using this calculation, that is 3a square b. So 3a square b results in 108. Now in 108 this 55 will be added, which results in 163. Now in 163 this unit place number, that is 3, is marked for the answer, and this 16 will be carried over to the next left side column. Okay, so left side column can be number in the left side column can be found out using a cube. A cube means 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2, which results in 8. Now in 8 this 16 will be added, which is carried over from the right column. Adding this we find out the answer is 24. Okay, now this 24 will be marked because this is the last number. Okay, so we have to write all the marked digit as the answer. So marked digits are 2, 4, 3, 8, 9. So the cube of 29 is equal to 24,389. Okay, so this is about shortcut method for finding a cube of a 2-digit number. Now let's check out some questions from exercise 4b. Find the value of each of the following using the shortcut method. First question is 25 power 3. Here a can be taken as 2 and b can be taken as 5, right? So we have to prepare 4 columns which will represent b cube, 3a square b, 3a square, 3ab square, 3a square b, and a cube. Now according to the values of a and b we have to find the given values. B cube can be found out using 5 power 3, that is 125. Now in this 125 we have to mark the unit place, that is 5, and this 12 will be added to the next column number, okay, on the left side. So the number on the left side can be found out using 3ab square. So we can put the values of a and b in this 3ab square and to find the value, which results in 150. In 150 will be adding 12, which results in 162. Now in this 162 will be marked, we'll just mark unit place number, that is 2, and this left number will be added to the next column, that is 3a square b. Now the value of 3a square b is equal to 60. In 60 we'll be adding the 16, which is carried over from the right column, and on adding this we find out the number is 76. Now in this 76 the unit place is 6, which is marked for the answer, and this 7 will be carried over to the next left column. Okay, that is can be found out using a cube, that is 2 power 3, which results in 8, and 8 plus 7 gives 15. Now this 15 will be marked for the answer. So our answer is 15,625, means 15,625. So this is cube of 25. Okay, now next topic is cube roots. Okay, the cube root of a number x is that number whose cube gives x, right? So we denote the cube root of any number x using, this is the sign of a cube root. Okay, x under root and 3. This shows we are finding out cube root of a given number. So cube root of x can be represented using this sign. Therefore we can say that 2 into 2 into 2 is equal to 8. It means the cube root of 8 is equal to 2. Similarly the cube root of 125 is equal to 5. Okay, there are few steps which are involved in finding the cube root of a given number using prime factorization. The only way to find the cube root of a given number is prime factorization. Here we do not have any division method, just like in the case of a square root. Okay, the cube root can be found out using prime factorization method only. Okay, the first step is to express the given number as the product of primes. Second step is to make group inner triplets of the same prime. Third step is to find the product of the prime, choosing one from each triplet. And fourth step is to this product is the required cube root of a given number, right? Also we have a cube root of a negative perfect cube. let a be a positive integer, then minus a is negative integer. We know that minus a power 3 can be written as minus a whole power 3 can be written as minus a power 3. Therefore, we can say that the cube root of minus a cube is equal to minus a. Thus, the cube root of minus a cube is equal to minus cube root of a cube. That is minus. So, the cube root of any negative integer is cube root of that integer preceded by a negative sign. Okay. Now, let's see some questions from exercise. First question is to evaluate cubic root of 64. Now, using prime factorization, we find out factors of 64, which results in 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2. As here we see that 2 is being represented as in the form of triplets, and one triplet, for one triplet 1 2 will come out, for another triplet another 2 will come out, and they will come out with multiplication sign, right? So the result is 4. Therefore, the cubic root of 64 is 4. Similarly, we have 4096. We have to find cubic root of 4096. So first step is to do the prime factorization. On doing the prime factorization, we find that 4096 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2, 2 into 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 2. From this, you can see that there are 4 triplets. Okay, each triplets are having 2's only. Okay, so for one triplet 1 2 will come out, another triplet another 2 will come out, for the third triplet another 2 will come out, and finally for the fourth triplet another 2 will come out, and they will come out with multiplication sign in between them. Okay, so on multiplying them we find that the result is 16. Therefore, the cubic root of 4096 is 16. Okay, so this is all about this chapter, cube roots. You go through the videos and documents that I have sent and try to solve each and every question from the exercise, right? And if you feel any difficulty in any question, just ask me. Okay, thank you.